Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Trash Talk Experience. I'm your host, A-Ball, back with my boys, Son and Trey. How you boys doing?
Man, terrible, honestly.
What happened? Oh, no, wait.
Sure.
Let me first tell the people what happened to me.
What happened to you, bro?
I got COVID, man.
Are you doing good now?
I've still got it.
Okay. Glad to have you back, Trey, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think last episode I wasn't happy with what we did.
Yeah, because like we kind of just
Bro,
flunked
thing
it,
is,
bro.
no, my issue with that was Will Smith. We don't care about him enough.
Yeah.
I think
It seems like you don't care about anything.
No,
to
I
be
don't.
honest.
Okay, so that's where we dove into this podcast. But 35 years we had last episode.
You know what?
Imagine,
what it was?
okay, imagine leaving work early, and actually that was on a Sunday. I think
It was like a morning episode.
But like, imagine waking up, leaving house, dressing up, whatever.
Well, this is the only...
For episode that is 35 viewers, and I'm sure none of them would have finished it.
Wait. I got 2 points to make, bro.
Now wait a second. Then imagine him going home, recording it, like putting into a PC
the editing
or
and
editing part, watching it, listening it again, and then uploading it on YouTube to have 35 people listen to us.
Bro, you don't have 5 people listen to you in your life. Imagine having 35 people listen.
No. That's
Imagine-
factually incorrect. Last
imagine-
week I did a presentation in front of 25 people.
How many of them were actually listening to you?
I think all of them. Yeah.
No,
Because they asked me questions back.
What the
Imagine,
questions?
imagine 35 people right in front of us here, son. That's pretty cool, right?
Bro,
Why do you care about numbers so much?
I think I was just against the Will Smith topic. I don't
he's
care
a
about
slut
him
for
at
viewers,
all.
bro.
And I think viewers didn't care about it either. Because logically,
but like
how many people have seen that whole Will Smith thing?
Yeah, it could
And
be
they
multiple
don't-
things though. It could be people just didn't tune in because they were busy this
No,
week.
no,
Like,
I'll
it
tell
could
you
be
the reason,
hundreds
bro.
of reasons.
They were missing the man of the hour, Trey.
It could
obviously.
be that as well. They knew
that.
Trey wasn't on, so they didn't
Like,
click
they
through.
were all
Maybe.
out sending me mail, sending me gifts. Like, thanks for the fan mail, by the way, guys. I appreciate it. But, like,
You don't
It's
even have access to
understandable.
the email, bro. I do. Anyway, it's good to have you back because after we were done recording the episode,
oh,
and then Son
man.
already knew like how, not horrible, but like it wasn't what we wanted to record. By the end of it, we were like, bro,
We
don't
sold
really-
ourselves for viewers.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was in the middle or the end,
Yeah.
but these two, to solve their little bickering issue, man had COVID. He was down on the couch sleeping. They give me a call and start bickering on the phone for 20 minutes. I'm like, what?
that wasn't even the thing. Like that we got over like within 2 seconds. Okay. Then he just like goes on to like a full rant about like how his life is boring. He doesn't have anything to do.
Bro, I've
and
heard
like he's
this-
all
I've
depressed
heard
and
this
everything.
rant.
And I'm like, I wish Trey was here because like I know you've experienced it
Bro,
firsthand.
you don't live with him, bro.
Yeah, I do know.
Every
I wanna
other
know,
week,
though.
man. Every other week.
Why,
Alright, go on, tell
why do you
us.
think your life is boring?
I think it's not worthy enough to do a podcast. That's my rationale. Like, it's nothing exciting happening. I go work 8 o'clock, come back 9 o'clock. And if someone's tuning in to listen to me or as a person, because I'm one part of 3, I want to provide them something exciting. But if my life is not exciting,
No, but like sometimes we talk about a certain topic. You don't even have to have something exciting in your life happening. You just need to have an
No, but like
exciting opinion about that situation.
No, but he wants funny stories where he does that stupid shit where like he sniffs a random bag of white powder and shit like that.
yeah.
Like, cause he has so many dumb stories when he was younger. He doesn't have those anymore because he doesn't do dumb shit.
maybe that
No,
could...
but where did you pick this up from? Like, you need those stories. Like, people just talk about anything and
See, I
they
think
get...
last episode was my existential crisis situation.
Mhm.
Stop saying situation, bro. I'm sick of it.
Like, what caused it? Like, why? Like, what's the one thing? Like, do you... Say we're not doing this podcast. Do you
Uh-huh.
still think your life is boring?
I think it is, but I think it's just work that made it boring. I was so passionate about work.
Okay, as
Until-
short as you can,
Uh-huh.
just describe your day to us.
Wake up 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
go to work 7:30.
Yeah.
Maybe have a coffee before go work
Work like a dog.
like a dog till 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
Come home, work
Come-
more.
Come home, maybe work a bit more, go to gym, maybe, and sleep, bro. And masturbation if no one's around. But that's been off
And
lately.
if he's feeling cheeky when people
Okay,
are around.
so how many hours are you sleeping?
I think 5.
5 hours you're sleeping,
Yeah.
okay? That out of 24 hours, there's 19 left now.
Yeah.
How many hours are you working? You said from 7 till 8.
7 to 7, 7 to
so
6.
12 hours.
Yeah.
But
minus.
is that door to door, or are you saying that's how much you're at work?
Door to door.
Door to door.
Door to door. Okay, so 12 hours. So there's 7 hours left essentially for you. In that time, you need
How
to...
do you get 7 hours, bro? I sleep,
no. You said you sleep 5 hours.
but I sleep at 11. Like I'm in bed 11 o'clock, 10:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Wake up at 5:30, 5ish.
So that's no, but like you said, you sleep 6 hours, right?
I think it doesn't work that way.
How does it work?
Sometimes I'm lying in bed. I'm not sleeping per se.
Yeah.
But I'm just lying.
Bro, I like he'll go to bed at like 10 and like an hour and a half later I can hear him listening to videos and shit on YouTube.
Well, when I went on a trip with him, he was just like listening to videos about like, you know, protein powders and stuff like that. That's what he would fall asleep to.
This is the
Joe
random
Rogan,
shit.
random stuff like
No, but it's a cycle. Like at the moment it's
Yeah.
like muftis and shit.
Okay, so he's being religious now. Anyway, so what I was saying was like you sleep 5-6 hours, say, okay?
Uh-huh.
You are working 12 hours. You have roughly what's the maths on that? Like 7-8 hours in your day to do stuff that you personally want to
No,
do.
I don't think that it works out that way. Like sometimes I go gym before work.
Yeah.
Which would be like around 6 a.m., 6:30ish.
No, but I'm saying roughly. You have 7 hours to yourself.
No, but like when I come home 8 o'clock, 7:30.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours of active time, like from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
That I can have a funny story that I can talk to people about.
Yeah.
But at home, there's nothing funny that is worth a podcast or
Yeah.
nothing that is a highlight unless we go out.
So
of
you
a
have
race.
like no hobbies at the moment.
I had soccer, which I started this season.
Yeah.
First 2 games got called off. Rain.
Right.
So yeah, you could say no hobbies, right?
No, but like-
now, can you list your hobbies real quick? Because he always says he has no hobbies, and I have to like break it down for him. Like, bro, you are a spastic, and I'll list like a few things he's been doing the past couple of weeks. He's like, yeah, but I don't feel like it. But go on.
Honestly, right now, I wouldn't even say gym because I've been gym once in last 7 days, 9 days.
Bro, that's more than most people, bro.
The other problem is he's comparing himself to other people as well.
Yeah, that's what I think you do a lot, actually.
So, for example, you haven't been bouldering in like weeks, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm speaking to a colleague, I'll be like, oh yeah, like I went bouldering like the other week or something, like I have my phases, right? And then a month later, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I did pottery or something, but I'm not bouldering anymore. But now in their head, they're like picturing like, oh, he goes
He does
bouldering,
multiple
pottery,
things, yeah.
basketball, this, that. But in reality, that week I've probably done like one thing or two things.
Okay, hobbies could be those what Trey is describing, like you do things once or twice, but you need to find things that you do like consistently, which is an issue for you. You don't stick to routines. You don't do things consistently. Pick one thing and just say, I'm going to do this for at least 2 months and, you know, try to stick to a plan. It could be anything. It could be like, for me, it's my volunteering. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I just do it every week.
Bro, get those resumes for a life into the Trash Talk Experience Gmail account straight away.
trashtalkexp@gmail.com.
There we go.
Okay. But yeah,
Certified.
you need to find one thing. It could be anything. Like you stick to gym. Like just say, I'm going to do gym, dedicate myself every day for the rest of the month. Just start off with that and then it will become part of your routine.
It's a I think it sounds like a therapy session right now.
Wait, this is an
It is.
intervention.
This is it, bro. We're helping you through this quarter life crisis.
I
Hustle
can
John.
help you figure out if you have a boring life or not by asking you 7 questions.
Shit, bro.
Okay.
It's like a dating thing.
It's not a
looked
dating
up
thing. I just
online.
like looked this up and they say 7 signs that a person might think that they have a boring life. Let's see what the percentage comes out to be, how many you tick off out of the 7.
Make it 8 questions. I got the first one.
Sure.
Is your life more boring than ABOB?
Yeah.
Probably, bro. Honestly,
Bro, because on paper,
That's
what
pretty
you
boring,
you do more things than me, and if your life is boring, mine I should be like about to hang myself. Like that's how boring it would be.
Damn, bro.
But it isn't that bad for me. I actually enjoy my
You
life.
got demons, bro.
I mean, I eat exciting food more than ABOB, but that's about it. Honestly, nothing else. All right. Because ABOB goes hiking, volunteering.
All right, what about on that trip? Who were the only ones that went up on that rust?
See,
Hot map.
but that's just one part of the whole
Yeah.
thing. I can't do that every day in, day out.
But you're willing to do
no,
that sort of stuff.
I am.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't do it consistently enough. He just
So-
does it once and then it doesn't.
So
affect-
for the viewers, we basically what was it? It was like a restricted access to a thing. We went around and we
Mine
like a
is up.
factory, like a old factory. You guys just climb all the way to the top. It was pretty high. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna, like brave thing to
Thanks for reassuring me.
do.
But
That's
no-
one thing you did.
But the point is, like, I thought, like, I'm going to ride motorcycles, going to make happy. Cars will make me happy. Like, but I think it sounds depressing, bro. Like,
Okay,
No,
let-
go,
I'm
go.
not
Let's
depressed.
speak
Let's
your
go-
mind.
like, I'm not
Let's go through
depressed
this.
per
Let's
se,
go through the
but-
7 things first. Okay, first, it takes you a long time to get out of bed. Does it take you a long time to get out of
Depends.
bed?
No, not really.
Like once you're awake, you just need.
If I have something to, like, if I want to go gym, I'll just straight up leave bed.
Okay.
But if I have work, I wouldn't straight up leave bed.
Okay.
It depends on reasons.
1 out of 7. You're good.
But even
Okay.
so, like you'll get up at like 5 a.m. sometimes and
Yeah,
go
so,
swimming or some shit. Like
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so
is
Second, watching TV or movies is the number one way you spend your time.
no,
That's not you.
no,
Yeah.
not at all.
Number 3, you are jealous. You compare your life to others.
Not at all.
no, bro, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think that's the case? Like, do you like look at other people's like, oh, they're doing all these exciting things. Why am I not
'cause
doing
I think
it?
it's a self-improvement thing for me. If I want to have a better life than I did yesterday or last year or something.
Yeah.
So I think it's just one of those things where I'm like,
But you're not looking at other people.
I am, but like you can't deny that. Like if someone's having something exciting life, you want to incorporate that into yours. And I think it's a human thing. It's not like, strictly about me.
But no, but like if you're if you're aligning that to weigh you down in a way like, oh, why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing this? Maybe it's just because you're not interested in that thing that other person's doing.
No,
So
it's not like that. I want to
Yeah.
be happy. But not content. Like you know what? Do you
you're
know-
not content with things.
No, I want to be happy, not content. And I think I'm at the stage where I'm kind of happy, but it could always be better. Like I'm always.
That's a good goal to have. Okay, 4th, you spy on people via Facebook or other social media.
Not really. I think I've gone past that stage now.
I don't even
Oh well,
know.
early on when
we had a stage.
when
He
we-
analyzes photos. Interesting
Yeah,
enough.
but I think that's
yeah, that's one thing you do.
no,
yeah.
but there's a comedy part to it. Like,
You just laugh at those people.
I think it's like a podcast worthy thing we can do where we can analyze anime people or whatever. But I think
No, you're not analyzing anime people. You're analyzing actual people, which is weird.
No, I think it's
Not
funny.
really
Like,
funny,
it's
it is
funny.
funny. It's funny.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I have those tendencies to.
No, early on when we had our Instagram account,
Uh-huh.
he would look up people because I would see the searches and we just
Yeah.
random girls he's just looking.
no,
up.
but he also
See, those,
he
those
doesn't
were
have.
random for you, but they weren't random for me.
Were you like romantically trying to be involved with these people or no?
Maybe.
Okay. Okay, fair. If you're like trying to
No,
like,
I wasn't stalking.
No.
Like one of them was my high school teacher. You wouldn't know, but like
you're talking your high school
Ooh,
teachers.
stalking
Damn,
per
what's
se, I
the
was-
story there, bro?
No, I was like,
Ooh.
I ran her into LinkedIn. And
Okay.
I was seeing what
Yeah.
she looks like because she had the same photo since high school.
All right.
So
Fair enough. Okay. Next, you have very bad sleep.
yeah, I think so.
Well, I don't know how that like, equates to like having a boring life, but like
Agreed. No, I think it's irrelevant.
yeah, it's irrelevant.
I think bad sleep is good for having an exciting life because
no, bro.
low key, bro. Like
No,
you are down
Where the hell
for
did you read this?
you're down for everything. You don't care about sleep.
No, but if you
just-
don't have
No,
sleep,
it's
you're
not
not
that you
down
don't
for
care
everything
about-
because you'll be tired.
Yeah.
theoretically.
This is why you have bags under your eyes and you always complain about it. Okay,
Shit.
cut too close.
Next
cut
one,
too
next
close.
one,
Okay,
next
next one. You don't feel sexy.
Sometimes, bro.
Bro, he was just
like-
telling me
like-
how he stares at himself in his underwear
No.
sometimes.
No, that was different. So the context was Calvin Klein underwears because I was
We're
complaining.
talking about the best underwears. I got him
Yeah.
these.
Yeah.
I got
No,
him
but
these.
what are you staring at? Like how
No,
good you look, or
No,
you're
no,
like, I
just
wish I
Calvin
looked better.
I was complaining about my current underwears,
They're not that
and
good.
I have a rotation right now.
Mm.
I think.
And I was talking about the best ones possible, and I think Calvin Klein's just make you feel good about
I think we
yourself.
Which is not a bad thing to do, but like at no stage do you think you're like, oh, I look unattractive.
No, I
I'm
think
not-
there's most of the time, bro.
because
Honestly,
he has no what we were discussing, like not body
dysmorphia.
Yeah, no, he does.
he
I
does
think,
to an
yeah.
extent.
For his face, I think, not so much
Much
for
his
the body.
body,
I
yeah.
don't
No.
reckon.
But yeah, you're always like, oh, my face looks chubby in that photo, this, that, the other. What do you think is the reason for that?
I think sodium.
Well, obviously you're eating a lot of salt with everything, but
Yeah, I think that's it pretty much.
no, but you're not like, are you like looking down at your photos and like, oh, I wish
Yeah, I
could
think
look
I
like
never see my photos. Honestly, I just look down upon
You
it.
don't listen to yourself
Yeah.
back and you don't look at pictures
Pretty
of
much, yeah.
yourself. Okay. I'm never going to take a photo of you from now on. Okay, last one. You don't have any energy and, to do anything, and you're most of the time you feel like you're lethargic.
No, I think I disagree with that.
Okay. You've ticked off maybe one of these, the jealousy one, maybe that too.
No, jealousy one,
To an extent, you're jealous of other people's lives.
yeah, I think that one
Yeah.
and the one before this one.
Or you don't feel sexy at times.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
2 of them.
2 out
So,
of
yeah, I
7,
think I'm
whatever the
fine.
percentage of that is.
So what was the criteria? Like, what was the whole?
Like out of these 7, how many
what,
do you take? If you take more than 5, you have a boring life.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So you're
Bro,
alright.
this is nothing
That
related
was-
to
that's-
boring
yeah,
life.
that's
a
not-
random
come
ass
on,
question.
bro,
yeah.
that was trash.
Like, I just found
This
this.
is
like,
this
it's
is
not-
how this is how A Bob confirms he doesn't have a boring life.
what are the things you would rather be doing? Like, just list those down and tell us. Like, then we could help you out achieve those.
I don't have the time for it. Like I have.
Oh my goodness.
No, time is, you can't disagree with that. Like time is one of those things that it is outside my control.
No, but the 12 hours that you're spending at work, is it actually worth it, or are you just wasting your time?
Honestly, until last week, I thought it was worth it.
Well, then stop spending 12 hours at
But
work, bro.
yeah, I agreed. Now I'm gonna some of my colleagues listen to this, but
Well, if they're not compensating you for those 12 hours, they're only paying you for 7.5 or 8 hours.
the scheme was long term. It's gonna pay off.
It never pays off.
But no, it's
No,
not.
bro, he says this now, and the next week he's gonna go back to it and say, "No, I'm working hard." Like he flips every week, bro. That's the thing about it.
Are you doing it because other people in your workplace are doing it, or are you doing it just to stand out that you're spending more time?
No, I want to be equal to the people I look up to, and they work X amount of hours and I've taken too much responsibility, and I wanted to be able to finish it.
Yeah.
But now I just don't care about the company since last week, so
yeah,
you'll see a new me now.
Okay. By the way, you're allowed to ask us questions as well. I don't want to just make it
interrogation.
roasting you, bro. So yeah, any questions for us?
Do you guys feel like your life is interesting?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you had to put your bio on like some random dating website, what would you put it down?
All the things that you guys know, like all the things you mentioned, like I enjoy hiking, this, that, the other. I like volunteering.
So hiking one, volunteering one, but like that's
I enjoy actually watching and analyzing movies and TV shows.
I feel like we've got differing levels of what we consider interesting.
Yeah. Because I think that is
because like me and Abob, both of us know like we have X amount of time for XYZ and X amount of time for ABC. So we're not trying to live this extravagant, like, oh, I went out to party this day and then the next day I went to XYZ and blah, blah. Like, I live a social life and I also play sport and I try to go to the gym and I try to do random bouldering or swimming or whatever it might be. And I ride a motorbike and I got lots of cash and if anyone's interested, I've got room for a second wife. But
yeah.
Like, and we run a pod. Like, how many people can say they do a podcast? As well? Like, it's like we do so many different things.
We're like crawling
with the amount of views I have. So I was at this work meeting last week, and people were talking about their podcast, and I feel embarrassed bringing one up.
So other people have podcasts as well?
Yeah, like one of the guys had it. He has such a nice voice, and I was like, bro, do you always speak like this, or do you put it on?
Get him on our podcast, bro. Ask him.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, I got a work colleague that has a podcast as well.
Yeah, bro, I would love to speak to other people. Like, could be anything. Yeah.
But the point was like, podcast is something I shouldn't be proud of.
Yeah. Well, maybe one day we'll make you proud with this podcast, bro.
I'll make you proud too,
Yeah,
bro.
okay. Thanks, bro. Start putting in some effort, bro.
No, it's fine.
All right.
Don't leave me hanging.
I also want to mention one of the ways Sun keeps his life interesting. It's his decision-making methods, right? So normally, like, if Abob asks me, hey, you want to run a podcast episode tonight? And we say, yeah, all right, 8 o'clock, let's meet up and let's run the podcast. And then like, oh, Sun's not feeling it very much. So before the podcast today, Sun's like, all right, should we ditch Abob?
I wouldn't have been surprised, bro.
And this is how he decides, right?
Flips a coin.
He goes on his it's worse than that.
More. He
goes on his phone. He types in dice roll.
Yeah.
He gets his virtual dice roll up, right? And then he goes 1, best of 2, right? And he just keeps rolling. 1, if it lands on a 1, we go. If it lands on a 6, we don't. And he calls it God's will, right?
Well, probability was on my side. You could have ditched me. I would have driven 40 minutes.
I had ditched you already.
Then what happened?
You didn't realize it yet. So I said, sorry, I'll finish work late.
Yeah. He was at home typing that.
No, but did you send this message?
Yeah, I did. Hey, guys.
Yeah. Do we know these people?
Yeah, there's some random people.
Please listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So what I did was I rolled the dice. It said no podcast today.
Yeah.
So I said
what
sorry.
Convinced you?
No, and it was him that convinced me. He's like, yeah, boss, gonna make a big distance, and I was like, it's a decent thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I was gonna watch.
No, but like, if I made a big fuss, it would have been valid. It's not one of those things where you just say, "Oh, I don't know why you're mad, bro."
Nah,
you drove 40 minutes for no reason.
Nah, so that's why I did it early. I did it at 5, 6 o'clock.
You didn't. I would have seen it then.
No, it was the same time. I said, like, maybe I'm getting late for work.
Yeah.
I was trying to ease myself into.
And then it would have been like, oh.
I know when you guys are not interested because well, you guys don't respond anyway. Well, especially him. He doesn't respond anyway. But no, you.
I always respond.
But like it's very vague. I don't know if you're interested in the topic or not.
I think I just type like that. I don't know how to text.
Bro, you
properly.
write essays when you're interested in something. If you're, and then when it comes to this, you're just like, cool, yeah, thumbs up, lick face or whatever that one is for no reason.
But anyway, he uses this method for virtually anything, bro. It's girls, go to the gym,
Stocks.
jobs, stocks, bro. He literally invested in stocks based on this diet roll.
Maybe you need a better method. Try something else.
Bro, I believe in Allah.
Yeah.
God's will.
Yeah, just do things on God's will rather than
no. But he's saying the dice will roll onto whatever God wills it.
Pray before rolling the dice, so it's
God's will.
God's will. Okay, fair enough. Try going to Vegas and applying this method as well. Anyway, I was actually looking up this article. They recently did a study about what people I don't know how many people they surveyed, but what people consider to be the most boring jobs. And
I think I saw this.
Have you seen it?
Before you say anything, I straight up think it's accounting.
Accounting's up there.
I knew
Accounting's up there. So the top 5 most boring jobs according to this survey, one was data analysis.
Oh, that's
which is
kind of
something I do.
Yeah, kind of me too, bro.
Second is accounting. Third is tax and insurance. Fourth is cleaning. 5 is banking, which seems like reasonable. Okay. And then they ask the same question. What are the top 5 most boring hobbies to have for people? Number 1 is sleeping, which I don't even know why that's a hobby.
How's that a hobby?
Everyone sleeps. Apparently he doesn't sleep. Number 2 is religion, which I was kind of surprised.
How's that a hobby though?
I don't know. Sleeping, religion, watching TV is 3rd.
Yeah.
Observing animals is 4th.
I think that's kind of boring. It's just the worst thing I've heard
It's
right
like watching
now.
grass.
Well,
Because
like
sleeping,
bird
I can
watching.
see some kind of benefits to it.
Yeah.
Religion, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's personal thing.
Well, maybe a lot of atheists did this one and they were like, and then last was mathematics. So apparently doing maths is like a hobby for people. And then they did the top 5 most exciting jobs. Number 1 was like performing arts, which I'm assuming is like anything artsy,
Drama
acting,
stuff.
this, that, the other. 2nd is science. 3rd is journalism. 4th is health professional.
So I'm boring and
Exciting at the
interesting.
same time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
5 is teaching. Yeah. So, well, if it's data analysis
Where are
and
you in there, bro?
I think
He's off the list. He doesn't count.
data analysis and watching TV.
actually, I'm not boring then.
Yeah.
It's not in the top 5. Eh?
Bro, these could be
What the bottom
complete
5?
idiots that did the survey as well at the same time, so you never know.
Come on.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're stuck in life? Your life is stuck. It's not going anywhere.
No, I think
You're making improvements.
every day.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think he undersells what he does. Like you're bouldering, you're swimming, you did that marathon shit. Like you do a lot of shit.
But I think I'm not the only one. Like I talk to people and they generally don't have anything exciting going on.
But I think it's the way you're framing it. I don't think it's what you're actually doing. Because like honestly, you can't do much more than you're already doing.
I think like soccer season commencing. I think team sport is a very important
Yeah,
thing.
that would be good.
Because
What your thing seems like, it's not like your day-to-day is boring. Your day-to-day is fine. You just don't have a bigger picture in mind. Is that what it is?
Once you ask me if I look at the bigger picture, am I stuck? And I'm not stuck right now.
What's the bigger picture for you, if you don't mind sharing?
I wanted to be a senior at my company in next 3 years.
Yeah.
And I think that's very possible.
Yeah.
But that said, do I actually want to be a senior? I don't think so anymore. So
That's your issue, bro.
because until last week I wanted to be one, but then my company was being cheap.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I can't work for cheap people.
Yeah, bro, get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
you can earn money more, just go for it.
Man,
Yeah,
a
but for the
fridge.
purposes of the audience, Son's gonna work very hard these next
Yeah.
few months and years.
So
at
you
this
have a
company.
bigger, you have like a long-term goals. Like you want to get this senior position or whatever. Do you have personal goals that are long-term as well?
At least 7 to 9 kids.
Yeah. Yeah, like if
7
that's
to
a goal
9
for you.
Bro,
kids.
so I've heard
Bro
you get
is gonna pump them out, brother. Jesus.
Multiple wives, bro. That's how.
I've heard like you get 5K per kid from Central.
Do you?
Is it true?
No, if you're earning enough, they won't give you.
Well,
So
I
pump
guess.
them out when you're not earning,
Yeah.
or take leave or something.
Yeah.
Unpaid
I
leave.
guess I have a plan now. No senior roles.
Yeah. Stay junior,
Yeah.
pump out kids, get the Centrelink, live off that.
Get the senior role.
I don't know if I should ask this, but you might be bored, but you're not depressed, right?
No, I think depressed is different.
Yeah, you know the difference between boredom and depression.
Shit, nah, no, probably like
Do you
I can't define. Can you define it?
Can you
I
define the
can't-
difference between boredom and
I can't,
depression?
like boredom is.
No,
I
but I
don't
think-
know. It's like,
Like it's a completely different thing, but I can't define it per se.
But boredom could lead to depression eventually, because if your boredom is just like you don't know, like you want to do things, but you can't find the right thing to do. When people have too many things on their mind, they just put things off. If you're
I probably
procrastinating,
put myself in that.
Yeah.
But depression, like elaborate. Maybe I'm depressed.
Depression would be more so like if it's like a long-term thing where you get like panic attacks or anxiety from not doing things.
No.
That doesn't happen
Nah.
to you.
I make fun of people that get panic attacks, but like, I
Well,
wish
you make
no,
fun
no.
of me then.
Yeah, I make fun of
Yeah.
you, but like,
Yeah.
how does it feel?
No, I've had like panic attacks before. Like I've told you guys I have anxiety from the longest.
Yeah,
but
I've been I faced first and brunt from you.
when? Oh no. Those aren't anxiety. That's not anxiety.
That's just being.
That's
a
just
dickhead.
being pissed off because
Yeah.
oh hey Bob, let's meet, but I'm not gonna come. That kind of stuff. If you did that today, that's not anxiety. That's just me being angry for driving 40 minutes.
No, I think
and
Abob
you
has a
just-
tendency, like you want consistent reassurance.
About what?
Like, if you're doing a podcast at 7 o'clock, I will be here 7:03 max. But you want a confirmation at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, because I have a routine life. I don't want to break my routine. You just live life like a spontaneous
bro,
person, just
he's
making
so
decisions.
impulsive, man.
Yeah,
You can like say, all right, let's go get burgers at like 10 o'clock. You'd be like, all right, let's go.
but this is why when he gets angry and says things like, "Oh, I want to run someone over," he's impulsive enough that I believe he's gonna run someone over. So yeah,
I've heard I'm going to kill this person like too many times, bro.
yeah, I know my way of living life has downsides to it. It probably comes across to people as like, oh, what's the hell's wrong with this guy? Why is he just so like needy about everything? Like, or what time, what this? But it works for me. That's why I do it. If I break my routine, like my life kind of then, like I find hard to like make my work commitments and stuff like that. That's why I stick to a routine.
It's kind of boring. Okay. But
Yeah. Well, the whole thing we've been talking about is boring because we've been talking about you. What about what are your like side passions? Other than work and
Eating food and cooking food. But cooking is not, I don't do it often.
why don't like we had this idea, he had this idea. He wanted to make these like short clips of like him just POV videos about him making food and just talking over it. But he never pursued it because I don't know if he's lazy.
I think I was laziness.
It's
back
the
then.
easiest thing to make. And then you can learn editing videos. It's the easiest thing to learn.
Hey, Bob's got ulterior motives.
I would love for him to do it because it'll be funny content for me to watch. And then plus maybe we get viewers through it. But I don't know if he's going to ever do it.
Watch out, man.
Are you
Watch
thinking
out.
of like, I'm guessing you think of like Long Beach Griffy type videos.
Yeah, it was pretty much, that was my
Yeah.
scheme. Like,
Well, he doesn't have the...
no, he's too funny, bro. I can't
You
do
don't
that.
have the
that.
comedic
Nah, bro,
capacity
he
for
is
that.
next level, bro.
No, you can be funny. You just don't want to be committed that well. Like you're not going to spend time buying a camera, setting it up, recording yourself multiple times, doing multiple takes, picking the right one, editing it, and then setting it out. You're not going to be that person.
Maybe.
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 Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Bro, I'm not gonna fall for his, fall for his.
Okay, what about you? Do you find are there things that you want to do but you're not being able to achieve just because of boredom or you being lazy?
No, there are random things I feel like everyone has. Like, I've been saying I want to start a business for a long time now. I do want to, like, I finished uni last year, and I do sort of want to continue studies in one way or another. I want to like get more religious and stuff. Like, there's a lot of things I want to do that I've been saying I want to do for multiple years that I'm not doing.
What do you think is stopping you?
Partly being too comfortable and content with what I'm doing. Like from the outset, like everything's pretty sweet, and it is pretty sweet. But like, I don't know. I just feel like I need to constantly be doing or like improving, sort of. Because like at the moment, I'm not doing anything to improve, and I've like at the moment, bro, I'm watching, especially since I got COVID. Like I'm just watching TV shows like
What are you watching?
Breaking
AOT,
Bad.
like Attack on Titans.
Hurry the hell up and catch up.
He
No,
is
no,
up to
I'm
date
caught
now.
up now.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
I'm caught up,
Okay.
and I'm sad that the next episode's not till January.
23, yeah.
That's
For a
ridiculous.
whole ass year we have to wait for
That's
this.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I started.
But it's not
watching
like
Breaking
for
Bad.
me, things that stop me is my anxiety. Like that would be things that stop me. Say I wanted to do, for the longest I wanted to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
But I've tried to convince myself it's because I have braces I can't do it at the moment because my orthodontist has said it. But at the same time I could do it if I wanted to, but it's my anxiety that stops me. That's one thing, say.
I think everyone has those resistances though. Like he said, he has got some.
No, but mine is my actual anxiety.
What
I
is
know for
anxiety,
sure.
bro. Like,
Holy
Bro,
crap,
it's all mental, bro. You
Yeah.
don't have anxiety.
I do have anxiety.
No,
nah,
Bro, but
It's just
I've been diagnosed
manifestation,
with
bro.
it, so I know.
no. Atomic habits, bro.
No, but
You've
despite,
boxed, you
Same
boxed
thing,
yourself
same thing,
in, bro.
same
no,
You
but
boxed
despite my anxiety, I do a lot more things than an average person that with anxiety that
yeah.
does. So yeah, like I still,
You,
it
drink-
doesn't. I don't stop it from
you,
like.
you drinking milk yet or still eating grass?
Nah, still eating grass.
Oh,
That's the one
we'll
thing. I
get there
don't
one
do.
day.
That's the one thing I don't do. Anyway, I think we've given you good advice on life. Anyway, that's it for another episode. Well, any final words from you?
Any final words from me? I think everyone should achieve greatness and pursue the good things in life.
Shout out
bro,
Kobe
that's-
Bryant. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. This has been another
I
episode
thought it
of
was
the Trash
actually your
Talk.
saying.
No,
It was a Kobe Bryant.
no,
No,
I made
no.
it up off the top of my head.
No, I just remember Kobe Bryant when you said
I
that.
think Kobe must have said pursue greatness or
Yeah.
something. I don't even know.
He said it to Devin Booker.
Damn.
That's why I remember.
What a
Plagiarism.
waste, bro.
You
Yeah.
got that.
What a waste. Anyway, that's it for another episode of Trash Talk Experience. Thank you guys for checking in. You can follow us on our Instagram and you can watch us on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We'll catch you in the next one. We have a special guest coming in. Peace and bye.
Peace.